Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing, and welcome to Germany, where today is the video I've been waiting to share with you all for quite some time. You may have seen I was here recently with an E63S test driving the all new one. Well, today that might be giving you a hint of what is going on today. As many of you are aware, I am a professional racing driver, racing this year once again. I got a phone call the other day saying, Archie, would you like to come out to Germany and would you like to drive the all-new Mercedes-AMG Black Series around a track? Well, you've kind of ticked all the boxes there, and yes, I do. So this is why I'm here at the Lausitz Ring, which is a very famous circuit which goes around with the German Touring Car Championship, which is called DTM, and I'm going to get a chance today to push this to the limit, because I know a lot of you guys will think, oh well, you're just going to go cruising around. Today we're not doing that. I'm going to get a chance to really see just how good this AMG Black Series is. I've seen so many reviews on it, people saying it's a Porsche GT2 RS competitor, a GT3 RS competitor. Well, I'll tell you all of that when we finish driving it today. So we're just about to get going. Which colour am I going to choose? Well, I will let you know. These are rapid, and don't they look the business as well? What would you take? Would you take the silver, or would you take this very cool, I'm going to say pearlescent orange, which we have right here? I am buzzing to get behind the wheel of these cars. We're going to head to the pit lane now and want to get things underway. This car has 730 brake horsepower at 6,700 RPM. Compared to the AMG GTR, this has larger intercoolers which guarantee that they always keep the charge air temperature within the best possible range. The unique standing of the new engine is also reflected in the engine badge, which is obviously why it's called the Black Series. It does 0 to 200 kilometers an hour in under 9 seconds. We have a 7-gear transmission, and the top speed of this car is 325 kilometers an hour. This really is perfect for the racetrack. We have carbon fiber all on the front, just down here. The fans are still going absolutely crazy. It really has so much presence, it is unbelievable. Look at all the carbon we have just down here, just down here. I love this as well. Carbon there, carbon there. And what I love as well is this rear wing. What Mercedes have done, which I love so much, is this really is designed for a track. A lot of that grip we're going to see today is coming from this rear wing. Keeps the car absolutely planted on the floor, and when we look at it from this angle, that wing is not there for show, ladies and gentlemen. This wing is to help us today generate downforce to keep this car gripped in the corners. Ridiculous. We have a massive rear diffuser as well, which is perfect, which again, the rear diffuser will keep the car planted to the floor as well, and that is so much technology that's gone into this that it effectively is a GT3 car. I was just talking to the main guy. He drives the all GT3 car, the one that races, you know, in different championships around the world. He says that this feels faster. Does it have as much grip in the corners? It's a road car, but it doesn't feel too dissimilar, and that is where this is an absolute game changer. But let's fire it up. I mean, Sport Plus. Look at the rev. One thing you can do, and one thing which we will be doing, is doing this little button just here, where you turn it off, and as you can see right there, it will go off. What you do then is you dictate your traction control just here. The more lights on, the less traction control we have. So if we turn it up, you can see it just goes like this, and that is traction basically completely off. So the prime position for a track is to run it about there if you're a professional. If you're not a professional, you need to rear around about there. But this is where we'll run it about there. We'll have a little bit of TC on just to help us out the corners, but we don't need much. It's a really, really nice place to be. The paddle shifts are mega. That's just a front splitter warning, basically when you go out, basically saying you need to drive this only on a track when you've got all these settings on like that. But what we're going to be doing, like I say, we are going to be driving this flat out. I want you to enjoy it, because what we're going to do is we're going to go straight out the pits. I'm going to do one run because I'm not going to, well, I've never been around here before and I'm not going to be hanging around here, and we're just going to go for it and enjoy it and really experience it for the first time. I think that's where we'll get the best experience out of it, is when we just go absolutely to the limit. So I'm heading out the pit lane with Mauro Engel, who is a professional driver. It's just me and him. We're going flat out in this Black Series. So he's a pro, he's a factory driver. Me and him are just heading to the track on our own. So we're going to have to get a chance to be able to push this car properly. Woohoo! Here we go! Flipping out, this is cool. This is a cool track and a cool flipping car. This is cool. We're absolutely flat chat. We're doing 220 kilometers. Pushing on the brakes, turning in, clipping the inside curve, back on the power, on the inside curve there. I'm left foot braking. When you get your foot on the brake, the nose just goes straight in, using the brakes to control the car, and all the way out, back on the power, flat chat, and then braking hard for this long left-hander, going deeper in, getting the apex a little bit late, and then back on the power. Having a little break, wider apex here. The car wants to step out, but the car's got grip. The car's got silly grip. But the speed, this feels like a full-on GT3 car. I'm pushing on as well. In we go. Onto the apex. But the car just doesn't step out at all. And this is the first actual drive. We're out the pits and we are flat chat. I'm getting the initial pressure is absolutely, the car just stops on his nose, and that is the first time I've had it like that on an actual road car. Flipping out! This is another level! Track is bumpy as hell, but we're flat chat straight away. Braking lane, bang, bang, down to third. Carry the speed in. You can feel the pickup on the tyres. Take this inside curve. Oof, have it in. Car. If you tell where the car wants to go, it goes. God, I'm braking as late as I would brake in a flipping race car. In a road car. The acceleration! I never thought it, but when I've been driving things around the track for so long, not many things impress me. I tell you that, apart from a GT3 RS or a GT2 RS. But what Mercedes have done here is they've just completely changed the game with a car which is absolutely blisteringly fast and stops like you would not believe. This feels like I'm in a proper race car. The back just doesn't even step out. It doesn't even step out. It is flipping mad. Down to get the nose. We're going to try TC off. Now we've got no traction control on it. We've got two settings of traction control, and now we're in a different mode. Now the car is going to handle even better, because we can get on the power even earlier. Flipping out! Come on, in she goes! Oh, I'm absolutely on the limit on this car. With Mauro Engel, who's a factory driver, Nürburgring winner, and we are absolutely pushing this Black Series to the absolute limit now. This is insane. Trailing the brakes in, he goes deep, I go deep, and now I'm in on pushing it that hard. Come on, in she goes. The rear wants to dance on me. A little short shift to get the exit, and we're out. We are flat, chat. On 200 kilometers. Bang. Hitting the brakes, getting that initial peak pressure, trailing them in all the way in. The rear now is more active, but that's fine. It's controllable because we don't have traction on at all. And then we're on, and then we're in. If you're on a tractor, you'd be absolutely fine. But on the inside curb, bring the car in. With that amount of power, we are flat. One down lap and flipping out. You know what? I am sold. I would never be able to afford one, but what Mercedes have done here have changed the game. And what was even cool then is that me and Maro, who's a full-on professional, obviously myself being a professional driver as well, we could just get in the car and we could just push it to the limit straight away, no messing around. I got a feeling for when traction was on, when it was off, and it was absolutely blisteringly fast. We're just doing a cool down lap now to get some to cool the brakes down, but that was wicked, because sometimes on press drives you don't get a chance to push these cars to the limit per se, but right then we did, and we went flat straight away. And let me tell you, I've driven the AMG GTR, I've driven the AMG GTR Pro, but this is a GT3 RS competitor. You could bat round the track all flipping day long and it'd be fine. And I didn't think I was coming into this to say this, but Mercedes, what they have created is something special. And if you could get your hands on one of these cars, I am a very jealous man, because we just went flat and I just cannot believe that. It feels like a full-on GT car, a full-on race car. You can feel it, you get it, and oh my good God. What on earth? That feels like a proper GT3 car.
It's awesome. Yeah.
If you carry on going like that with the brakes all day long, it'd be fine.
Yeah, even like we're doing cool downs,
yeah,
because we know it's good, but like I've come in once or twice a bit hot and
it's fine.
It's
mate.
It's really, really good. Like when I first drove it, I knew what the aim was, but when I first drove it, I was like, seriously.
How does it compare to a GT3 car?
Still a little bit less aero, and you feel more movement and more weight, but
for a road car,
it's got more grunt and more. It goes. I mean, we hit 270 or something here if you stay flat until the braking point. So it's really, really cool.
You just don't expect it to be like that, do you? It's the second, third.
The aero is for a road car is very impressive.
Yeah, it's got proper aero for a road car.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, there, mate. I mean, I like the fact of going bright, but yeah, I've absolutely just been going really at it in that, which has been mega, as someone else is just leaving the pits. And what an awesome track. What a really awesome track the Lausitzring is. It's impressive. It's very, very, very bumpy. So if you're not 100% on it with your traction control, or you turn traction off too much, the car could step out a bit. But what I loved as well is on the power, how controllable the car is. You can, really, drive it on the edge. I think that's how you drive these cars on the edge, is that it will have just a little bit of oversteer when the car steps out a bit, but controllable. With the AMG GTR, when you drove it, sometimes it will step out when you're not sure. This really gives you confidence to get going. Let's quickly talk about the speed we're doing. We were just doing nearly 270 kilometers an hour down this front straight, which is blistering, and it did not take long to get up to that speed as well. So that's another thing. The speed it takes to get up to those, it doesn't take long. It really doesn't take long, and it shifts so quick. If you had a GT2 or the GT3 RS next to you, it would be gone. It's the speed as well. The speed it's got is so quick, 0 to 60 and just through the gears, and the downshifts are rapid as well. So a game changer and something which I will remember for a very long time, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, because that was raw footage from the first time I stepped in it to driving it like we got to drive it then on the limit. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and a massive thank you to Mercedes UK for inviting me out here and allowing me to get one of the, you know, so the first drives in it. I really wanted to bring this content to you all because I know you love the, you know, the track stuff, the racing stuff, and getting an insight from well, like myself, who has got this sort of experience in so many different race cars and road cars. So yeah, game changer, and from me, trust me, it is a massive thumbs up, that is for sure. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm heading back to the airport and getting back to England. But let me know, guys, what you thought of this video. Get your thumbs up in, get your comments in. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all very soon.